new questions.
Only new questions. What'd you have for breakfast today?
Oh, that's a good one. Ham and eggs. Now we're really getting into it.
Everybody's made their lineup adjustments and changes. What do you expect tonight? There's nothing more to change, is there?
Well, again, tonight is about heart, will, playing with swag, playing with attitude. I don't know. I'm sure they're going to come up with something. We have some different things to look at, adjustments we want to make on how to play things. So, but at the end of the day, it's going to come out to will, heart, and hard playing.
I apologize.
That's okay.
If you were asked this
No, that's okay. Man. I'm just
given the lineup that you used to start the fourth. I mean, is it possible to find time for that lineup to sort of flourish even more tonight, or could it?
We'll see. We'll see if we can get to that. We'll see. Again, a lot of it is going to depend on how we're going offensively and defensively, and how they're going offensively and defensively. But again, everything's on the table for us. As far as, and we saw that in the fourth quarter the other night. Adjustments need to be made, whether it's personnel, schematically, or whatever it is. For us, everything's on the table.
You only had the second watch of the last night. What do you guys have to do in those first 6 minutes to make sure that you're on the same rhythm?
Well, like the Kentucky Derby, when that bell rings, you better be ready to run. And if you don't, you're not going to make it. So for us, we can't afford to come out and let them jump out and ambush us the way they did here in Game 4. So mentally, we've talked about it, but mentally, we've got to step on the court and do it.
Have you learned anything about your team in these first 5 games that you might not have realized?
Well, again, it was always something you learned, good and bad. We've seen some things, good and bad, that we've seen in players. But again, the key word is trust. I trust our guys. We've been together for 82 games, won 56 of them. Again, we adjust some things in the playoffs, but again, the bottom line is we trust who we are, our identity. We trust how we play. Again, we just got to come out and do it at the start of when the bell rings.
When do you, between Game 5 and now, when do you arrive at whatever conclusions you may have arrived at about a lineup, say who's going to start or whatever? When does that happen? Do you do it the night after Game 5, or do you do it?
Who starts?
Whatever lineup or adjustments you're making.
We meet. We meet incessantly. We probably meet too much to talk about those things. We met yesterday for a long time, and we talk on the plane all the way here. Met this morning for a long time. So there's a lot of meetings between the games that we discuss lineup changes, scheme changes, adjustments, or whatever. So I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah.
Is it almost too many meetings?
Probably too many. You can overthink it.
Well, yeah,
you can overthink things, and again, it comes down to one, hard play, will. When the bell rings, you got to be ready to hit the ground running. And again, trusting each other, trusting the pass, trusting your defense, trust what we've done for 82 games.
Well, I know a lot of the perception from a national standpoint has led to probably this moment, the ability to clinch and break through the first round. Is there a sense that you need to treat this not in that particular sort of vein, or do you approach it as this is finally a moment for us to?
That's a good question. Again, this whole series has been about this is what we've been playing for. This Game 6, we gotta treat it as Game 6. We don't want to go back to Game 7. That's our druthers. We got to treat this like it's our Game 7. Play it with confidence, playing with swag on their home court. We know they're going to be playing the same way. So it comes down to which team comes out with the will and the heart when the bell rings, and do it for 48 minutes. And again, adjust to what each other is doing throughout. But bottom line is, when you step on that court, you have a job to do, and you better do it at a high level.
Dwane, how do you know what to trust when so many different things you relied on haven't worked, and then a lineup like you have in Game 5?
Well, trust those guys who was on the court. I mean, that was trust. Trust in the guys who got us here. Everybody makes a big deal about Kyle Lamar. Trust him totally. So again, you just got to trust what you're doing, what we believe in, how we're playing, who we're playing on, whoever's out there, is just having trust in them and trust in each other.
Dwane, are you still waiting for that breakout game from Kyle? He's played steady, but hasn't had that one real big.
Shooting-wise, he hadn't hit his shooting stride yet. I think that's the word that the part of his game, because he's given us a lot of everything else. He's given us the defense. He's given us the heart. He's given us the attack in the paint. He's done all those things that that he normally does, but his three-point shot just hadn't been there the way it's been for 82 games. And you don't forget how to do that. And so. Again, it goes back to the word trust. Trust your shot. Trust what you've done. Trust who you are, and it'll come around.
Have you liked his game?
Yeah, I have. There's nothing. No question. No, he's been what Again, only thing that's been there is his shot. But again, he's given us everything else: leadership, toughness. And again, you don't forget how to shoot the ball.